Hey guys, welcome back to another video with your girl, Kopakena, coming back into you with another story time. As you can see from the title of the video that I'm trying to figure out who is wrong in Acrimony. It's time to dead this ish, right? Because I don't know. I see things how they happen on my side, right? There's my side of the story, there's his side, and there's the truth. And probably there's truth in both, but probably more truth in mine. But anyway, I'm okay if you let me know that I was wrong. It's okay. Comment down below. But anyway, before we get into the video, please do subscribe to the channel. I promise you it takes nothing away from you to subscribe. It does not cost you a thing to just subscribe, okay? And those of you that have subscribed and continue to watch my videos and like and comment, I appreciate it so much. Those of you that are just passing by, please do come back. You'll be back someday. You'll be back, okay? But yeah, anyway, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And this is the year to grow. Let's get into the video because you're here for the tea. It's nice to listen to other people's tea, but I guess today I'm giving the tea. So anyway, this is a situation that's happened years ago, but it took some years to dead. So it's like it was ongoing rah drama for a good decade. Someday I sat down, I was like, not a decade, but a decade. Yeah, we got that far of back and forth. So let me take it way back to the beginning. There might be a part 2 because this is quite a lengthy story. Like I said, it was a decade. So you can imagine having to pack that into one video may be a bit challenging. So I think at like the 20-something minute mark, I might cut it if I'm not done. But so yeah, definitely will upload a part 2 immediately after. So this is what happened. I went to a particular high school and we were in a group of friends, more guys than girls. And this guy, I met him in high school. He was in the same circle, but in high school, I was very shy and I didn't speak to too much of the people in the group. I was more close to the females. I don't know. I was more open maybe with the females, but I kicked it with the guys as well because I'm still very much close to the guys, more of the guys than I am to the girls, So I don't know how the switch happened, but yeah. So that was high school and we didn't talk much. I didn't even have his number. Again, this is where I'm confused. I can't even remember how I got his number. Maybe. I think I remember. But anyway, so high school, we communicated because we're in the same group. We used to all chill together, but it wasn't like me sitting with him one-on-one and talking. At no point in time did I do that. Varsity, the switch came in. I think this is what happened. I used to like having birthday parties because I'd feel like in varsity, we kind of lost touch with each other. So for whatever reason, I would throw on every year on my birthday, it would kind of bring people together. Like we didn't see each other until mostly my birthday, or I didn't see many of the other people until my birthday, other than those that I was like, I have a best female friend or whatever. So that's how we started exchanging numbers, or me getting everybody's numbers, because it's like, so before my birthday, it was like a reunion. I was like, guys, we haven't seen each other. We're all in varsity. We're all so busy. Let's have a mini reunion at McDonald's. And I had to create a group, so I needed everyone's numbers, and I invited everyone. That's when I think we kind of got close. I think. So we became close. And there's something about someone that you talk to every day, if you're into the opposite sex, or if it's the same sex, I don't know, whatever. But there's something about someone that gives you that attention and time that you just end up just falling for them without really trying. You just enjoy that person's company. The more you hang out, you enjoy talking to them. And he was really good with words because, I don't know, I wouldn't say I have a type, but for whatever reason, a lot of the people I've been with were rappers or whatever. They rapped, they can make their own beats, all that. So I've had a song or two about me. So I'm a hopeless, I love and I love romantic people. So one thing I'll give about him is he was extremely romantic. Like, and there was no excuse. Like, I appreciate him showing me that. Like, there's always kind of like a standard every time you date someone. Maybe there's always that one ex that you're like, this is the person. If anything, I'd like my future person to somewhat. There's certain characteristics and stuff that I loved about that person. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not going to just sit here and bash him. I will definitely say there was never like, I don't think there was ever infidelity. I never felt that way. I've never, definitely was one relationship where I never felt like, I don't know, like I didn't feel like he would cheat on me. I trusted him, and he was romantic and very spontaneous, and we had a lot of fun. Like, we became really close even before dating. So anyway, we hang out more, we talk more, and someday we decide, F it, we're doing this, right? We're taking that chance on us. And so we did. And it was good, man. Like, we went out, and like we'd go to the mall, and you'd see like this little place that was not low. It was like in the middle of the mall, like those pop-up shops. Yes. And he would buy me like a jewelry necklace or something, and stuff like that. Like, really romantic. Like, this one time we went on a selfie drive. Like, I didn't know what that is. I didn't know what that is until the moment. Like, just drive, he'll stop, let's take a selfie. Just drive, let's stop here, take a selfie. It was like, when I tell you guys, I was like, there's no way. This must be some movie shit, At some point, you really like, oh my gosh, is this gonna be the rest of my life? No. You're young, you don't realize you still got a lot of BS to put up with throughout your life. So anyway, all was good. And that's why I'm like, we'll get there. So at some point, he suggested being intimate, doing the deed or whatever. So we decided to do that. Do not judge, please. This was like varsity. Thank you. Anyway, I saved myself to varsity. But anyway, that happened. So we booked a place. Rather, he booked a place, and that happened. The reason why, not that I'm comfortable speaking about that, but the reason why I'm bringing that up, you'll understand. It's definitely going to play a part in why we broke up. So that happened one time. And again, all is great. We're in that mood of just love songs and just, love lives here. I mean, I'm on cloud 19, I'm on cloud everything. And so this is where it got confusing. So his birthday was in June. Even on his birthday, like, I went to his crib. I had met his parents a couple of times. Like, I'd visit his crib. Even one time his mom cooked for me. So do you understand how much I was like, this felt like it. This felt like marriage. This felt like I know my in-laws, his sisters. Like, it was just, what? Right? Too good to be true, I guess. I don't know. So this is where it gets confusing for me. So after his birthday, of course, it was the school holidays, right? Varsity holidays, school holidays, whatever. So that period, July, I usually go to my grandmother's house in the Free State for holidays. So my cousin and I were like, we're going home to visit my gran, and then we'll come back. So I told him I'm going to visit my gran, and he was kind of like, no, don't go, because guys, we were high on love. Like, you don't get it. And I was like, sure, I get on, but I mean, grandmama waiting for me, okay? And I'll be back, because you only see your grandmother so many times in a year. Like, I can see you anytime. We're both in Joburg, you know, and we really put in the effort and time to constantly see each other. So I didn't see the problem in me just going for a little bit. So I left. Things went left. So just before I left, he told me, I'm going for a procedure. I'm not going to disclose, about what or yada yada. So I'm like, okay, that's gonna happen. I didn't get a date per se, but he gave me a heads up. I was like, okay, cool, all the best. Fine, sharp, I'll see you when I come back. I get there. Of course, I'm still hoping to communicate with my person at the time. And he kind of went MIA on me. I don't know why. Not kind of. He fully was not responding to texts, calls, nothing. And you know when you just like, what's going on? But I'm like, maybe he went for the procedure and it could just be that he went for it and he's in pain and I need to give him space to rest. So I wish he could have at least said, hey, today I'm going in today. I might be out of it for a while. Nothing. Like, the day I left is the last day I heard from him. The day he does decide, like a week later or so, to reach out, he's giving me attitude. I'm like, hey, boo, what's going on? Literally, I could just be like, hello, explosion. Yeah? I just said hello. You know, stuff like that. How you could just say, like, oh, it's a beautiful day. The sky is blue. And explosion. What? And I don't know him to be this person. And so I was very confused. And I was like, something ain't right. Sorry, guys. My sinuses going through the most right now. So, anyway, I'm confused. Why is he acting like this? Why is he treating me? What did I do? If anything, I should be heard. He'd been gone. But I was just like, oh, I understand. Take your time, whatever. But you come back and you give me attitude. Like, what did I do? And I felt then that something ain't right, you know? And then it got to a point where when he started slowly recovering and feeling better, he would just like, again, he's still fighting me. But the one call that hurt me more than anything. So there was a best friend, a female best friend. This is where it gets a little, that at the time, I don't know. I felt like maybe they're having something. I have nothing against a male having a female friend. I don't know about the word best friend. It's your life. You've had her before me. And that's not the problem. The problem is when you, every chance you get, talk about her. Oh, she's so amazing. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. You're not, I don't know. It makes a person feel some kind of way. And I didn't like that. Like, I'm sure she's an amazing person. Like, I can imagine, but I don't need to hear that 10 times a day, every day in our relationship. I get it. She's great. She's been there for you, but don't throw it in my face every 2 seconds or every chance that you get. And so what hurt me the most, in a certain call, he called me. It wasn't even like 2 minutes in. He's like, well, anyway, it was kind of like someone doing you a favor. Like, okay, I've called you. Now I gotta go. Like, just to keep the peace, let me just call you, shut you up so that you don't say I didn't call. You know, it felt that way to me because literally not even 2 minutes, you're just like to me, I gotta go. I gotta save the rest of my airtime to talk to my best friend. So, of course, I'm just telling my cousin, like, who do I talk to, right? My cousin, my friends. I'm like, guys, this is what's happening. Am I crazy? Or this, like, something is off. This person is just, you know, when someone talks to you like they're doing you a favor, it crippled me. And I remember just saying, this can't be it. This makes no sense. We were on cloud 9. We were in the movie. Okay, don't do that to me. Like, how do I just leave and everything goes left? Like, where was this energy when I was in your presence? The last time I saw you, like, you were literally begging me not to go. And today you talk to me like this. Man, that went left pretty quickly. And if anything, we didn't date that long. We did not. this is why this is so crazy, but we did not date that long. I come back home. So en route coming back home, we're talking. I'm telling him I'm coming back home. We're texting. I text now. He responds immediately. He's responding immediately. My cousin and I took a taxi. So the taxi goes to town, and we got off at Southgate, so we can get home quicker than to go to town. And so he stays near Southgate, and I'm like, guess who's near Southgate? Silence. When I tell you, even before we got to Southgate and I sent that text, he was responding pronto, like this, just bing, bing, bing. That's how the messages were going. But silence. I tell him, like, I've arrived in Joburg. I'm here. I'm literally like, I can see your house from here. Not really, but it's right. It's like 5 minutes away. Like, he literally stays there. So I was very shocked. Silence. And I knew, I was like, well, because I'm like, it's literally, this person's about to break up with me. I told my cousin, I was like, nah, something is just, we've been feeling the off vibes, but like that day, So I get home and I'm texting, okay, I'm home now. Like, I'm still updating him, the fool that I am. Well, I was in love at the time, so I'm still updating this person, like, okay, I'm home now. And he eventually calls me. Oh, he texts first and he's like, hey, I can't do this anymore. I can't remember the exact words, but he was just like, I'm done. Like, I feel like you and I are just not working. Okay, even though you knew something was coming, when it hits you, it's still like, oh my God, what just happened? Like, what? So that broke me. Like, it was so hurtful. I could not believe. I could not believe. I could not. I was broken. So then he said to me, I'm like, but why? What happened? He's like, oh, well, I feel like, we're just platonic. Hey, big words, platonic. I don't know what that means. So I had to sit down and, like, in tears, in everything, me trying to make sense of it. I'm here Googling platonic. I don't know the the exact definition, but I know it's something to do with, like, we're more better off as friends. Like, our relationship is more like friendship based than like lovers. And I was like, yeah, okay. It's fine if you feel that way. Okay, it doesn't mean it hurts less, but fine. I'm like, when did we get there? Like, when you're looking for signs that say we are more friends, like, why were you begging me to not? Like, I can understand I'm still very confused. So I'm still like, I'm searching for answers. Like, I'm asking him questions, like, help me make sense of it, because I'm lost. And this is when he's just like, also, I'm on a journey. I feel like I'm getting further and further away from God, and it's because of you. Because of who? I'm the devil. This was the first time I'd been called the devil in his life. So, to me, I'm seducing him and pushing him further away from God, which I think is not fair, because the intercourse, going back to that moment, was his idea, not mine. It was not my idea. It was him who wanted to do that and book the room. And sorry guys, sorry about that. So he wanted to do that, and it only happened once. I was not there like, hey, I miss your or let's do this, or I'm sending nudes, or I was like, what? I literally love this person. Like, to me, that stuff didn't even matter. So I'm trying to understand, where does that come from, that I'm like the devil, I'm pushing him away from God? Like, what did I do? Like, I was very confused. And it's like, he wants to become a monk, so he's on his journey. And he was very rude. I think that should hurt me to the core. He was so much so, like, I remember that day I got so drunk with my cousin. When I drink, I don't drink to get drunk. Like, most of the time I've never blacked out. That was the first day I literally blacked out in an hour or two. Like, I was gone. And so much happened that day. Like, my cousin and I, we went somewhere and we drank with some friends. Like, I was going through it, and some friends offered, like, let's vibe, let's chill, and I was just like, let's do it. I just want to numb what I'm feeling because I genuinely love this person. And yeah, so pretty much I was the devil, I was a monk, he wanted to be a monk, and I still couldn't get it out. I still searched for answers for so long. Like, I remember one of his closest friends driving to my crib, like, we don't get it. How did you guys go left? Like, you guys look like that perfect couple. And I'm like, guys, we never fought. Not one fight, not one argument, nothing. Like, nothing made sense to me. This is the first time experiencing, like, that kind of heartbreak that, like, I don't get it. And everyone was kind of looking for the answers that I was looking for. No, everyone was confused. And I get it. So was I. So anyway, yeah, I've gotten over the 20-minute mark now. So I'm going to go on part 2, maybe possibly a 3, because this was there was back and forth, like I said, for a decade, 10 years. Because so after this situation, we stopped talking, cut off communicating completely, and I vowed to take a 3-year break and not talk, like, not date, nothing for 3 years, right? And which I stuck to, which I did. In fact, funny story, 3 years before I cut this pod, exactly 3 years later, he texts me 2016 to say, hey, I got this lengthy Bible message. It was so long, just apologizing for everything. And at the time, it was January. I was visiting my dad in the Free State. He was working there at the time. And so I wasn't home. So he was like, when you get home, can we please talk? So I had to go home eventually because I was graduating in April. So Jan, he reached out. I just saw a number. I'm like, 082. I remember this number. And when I was reading through it, I was like, okay. So we're going to take it from there as to what happened after the text. Stay tuned for part 2.